All wings report in.
HouseDog, standing by.
Mother Goose, standing by.
Lowtech Tuck, standing by.
Lock S-foils in attack position. Animal Squadron ready for battle.
Well, hello there. And I guess you haven't heard my voice in a while, but it's me, HouseDog. I'm here with my two best buddies, Mother Goose, and the one and only Lowtech Tuck.
Hello, everybody.
Back at it. What's up?
Back at it again. Mac's back.
I'm here. It's been a while. I don't know what to say. I haven't done this with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's kind of... I'm a little nervous, which is kind of weird. It's been long enough where I'm kind of like, I don't know, a little jittery.
Yeah, it's like the first time Elijah and I ever recorded together, and the first time you ever recorded with us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it feels like that.
Yeah. It's a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
You've been off on your 8-month-long podcast vacation.
Yeah, I was definitely not on a vacation. I guess just so everybody knows, I am in the military, and I was just on a deployment, and now I'm back.
Glad to
our
have
country.
You.
Ready to talk about Star Wars?
Definitely ready to talk about Star Wars, for sure.
Yeah, so I think today we're just going to kind of do more of a tangent episode. We've got a couple topics that we were wanting to talk about. How on topic we'll stay, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, actually, I thought, we could maybe go with this instead. Tuck's kind of the resident history guy, so I thought, Tuck, could you just overall explain the Yuuzhan Vong War and the Chiss Ascendancy?
The entire thing.
Just the entire thing real quick?
Oh, jeez. It's been a while since I brushed up on that bad boy.
I'm just kidding. We're not going to talk about that. I told Elijah before the show started, I was like, hey, I'm going to tell Tuck that we're going to talk about the Yuuzhan Vong War and how it relates to the Chiss Ascendancy, and I'm just going to have him explain it.
Oh, no. Yeah, no, that'd be a disaster. It's probably been 10 years since I read about that stuff.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Yeah.
But no, I think I would like to actually start on the Acolyte trailer, if you guys are down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, also, if you're listening and it sounds like Elijah and I are in a cave of a space slug, it's because we are. We're actually at my parents' house in the middle of nowhere, and we're recording in the middle of my living room together using one mic.
This will be the first episode that's aired where two of us have been in the same place. We have recorded episodes in the same place before, but they've never worked out.
They were lost to time.
So hopefully this one works.
There's a Mandalorian episode somewhere in the archives that never made it to real life.
Yeah.
And it's audio and visual.
Yep, and I still have what we have. It's just never going to see the light of day.
No, and it never should.
But no, okay, so the Acolyte, we've talked about it a little bit. This was one that I was a little nervous about, but after watching some interviews with the creator, and now that we have this trailer out, I am super excited. What are you guys thinking?
Tuck?
Oh, I love me a whodunit anyway, so I'm excited for that. And also saw a bunch of lightsaber colors that we don't get to see, like for instance orange. They're bringing it back.
Yep.
Pretty sick.
I saw that too.
Also going back to when the Jedi were doing good. That's exciting. And yeah, I don't know. From the minute and 45 seconds I saw, looks like it's gonna be pretty dope.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised that nobody mentioned the Wookiee yet.
Yes, the Jedi Wookiee. I'm very excited for this.
Is he a Jedi? Or did it just cut to a Wookiee?
It's a really quick shot, but I'm pretty sure he's in the High Republic robes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. From what I remembered, I thought we only saw his shoulders, so I wasn't sure, but...
Yeah, it's like not a wide shot, a medium shot. And it's real quick, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's a Jedi.
Nice.
First one since Gungi.
Skunky.
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 I was wondering if we'd be able to add another name to the collection. So far, we've got Vinny.
The what was it? The Sanchez sisters.
The Sanchez sisters.
Them. I don't even think they were called the Sanchez sisters. I think we came up with something else. But we've got the Sanchez sister. We've got Vinny. Now we have Skunky. Yep.
We're getting there.
But no, the only thing I'm a little worried about is, so obviously in the trailer we see, I believe, I counted 7 lightsabers. There could be more, but I'm pretty sure there's at least 7 Jedi facing off against a Sith. And we know from Yoda's line, I believe in episode 1, that they hadn't seen any Sith in 1,000 years. So obviously all of these Jedi are going to die, right? To stay in line with canon. What I'm worried about is if this Sith uses his lightsaber to kill any of them, and I'm worried about them finding lightsaber sliced up Jedi and how they're going to justify this definitely wasn't a Sith that killed 7 Jedi. No, it must have been a pirate.
I don't know. Do we even know that it's a Sith? I mean, the show itself is called The Acolyte, so we can only assume that it's someone finding the Sith teachings, somebody that's gone rogue maybe, somebody that's been in hiding for years. I mean, we know it's a High Republic era show, so it's, years before the main Star Wars storyline that we've known for years.
I think 130.
Yeah, so 130 years. I think the only person we'll see that we know is maybe Yoda.
Yeah, Yoda for sure.
And even then, with everything that's gone on lately in all the shows, we may not even get Yoda for more than 5 seconds. Right. We might just see him walking around in the temple.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, at least from the interviews I've seen with the creator, I apologize, I don't remember what her name is. They really want to focus on characters that we haven't seen before, which I'm definitely down with. I think that's an exciting area to explore. So if we just see Yoda in the background, I'd be okay with that.
I did see something a couple days ago that says the light whip is being introduced in this series.
That would be sick.
Which is an interesting idea.
Yeah.
I think you guys have talked about him on here before. Either that or we did. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know if it's been in reference to the Acolyte, but we've definitely mentioned the light whip before.
Yeah, and that it wasn't... Well, actually, this would be making it canon, which would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I don't... Unless, maybe some of the High Republic novels... Because, I really am not caught up with anything related to the High Republic.
Neither am I.
You mean where we've seen a light whip before?
No, I just meant, have you done any of the High Republic stuff lately or no?
Looked into any of the lore or read anything? Yeah.
No, not really.
Definitely need to. It's I feel like we all have this big chunk of missing knowledge.
Yeah, well, honestly, I don't think they're going to follow it, even if you do read the novels. So, yeah, I don't know.
Fair. But yeah, so no, I just am really, that's my one thing is I'm excited and worried to see kind of what the justification is behind all these Jedi dying. Because there's no way one of them lives and reports oh, we fought a Sith. They're all gonna die. Don't get attached.
Ooh, that's a little rough outlook there, but thanks, Elijah.
Hey, I'm
just starting us off hot, man. Actually, though, I would love it if at least one of them lived, so that I could go back to this podcast and tell you that you're wrong. But we'll see.
Hey, you know what? I'll take it. Here's a theory. If any of them do live, how would you guys feel about, we know the Jedi are kind of failing. What if Yoda does know about, he does find out about this Sith, and instead of letting the Jedi know, he keeps it a secret. He hides it from the rest of the Order.
The only one... out of the characters that we've seen so far, everybody is human. The only one that could possibly live through this, if they don't get killed, is the Wookiee.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
In the trailer at the very beginning with the younglings, there's a couple aliens in there. I don't know what their lifespans are, but...
Yeah, I meant the adult Jedi that we see in the
Yeah.
trailer.
Yeah, I got you.
I don't think the younglings will be fighting the Acolyte. I mean, maybe they will.
Yeah.
And we'll just get to see younglings die again. I mean, that hasn't happened since episode 3, so bring it back.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking of the beginning scene, what did you guys think about that? Do you think that is happening at the same time as the rest of the timeline of the show, or did you think that's a flashback?
Ooh, I could see it being a flashback.
The training?
Yeah, with the younglings.
Yeah, it could definitely be a flashback for sure.
Yeah, my theory was that it was a flashback. Just because that the one girl says, like, everyone's like, you know, the master's like, what do you see? And then it's like, I see light, I see yada yada. And then she says, I see, what is it, flames? Or I see...
Yeah. I think she says, I see fire.
Yeah, I see fire. And I think that she is the Acolyte, just as a child.
Yeah, I could see that. Well, I'm definitely excited, and just for any of our fans that may not know, starting May 3rd, most theaters are going to be showing Episode 1, a 4K remaster, which is also going to include a quick sneak peek of the Acolyte if you're wanting to get an early look at that. And then several select theaters are doing an entire marathon, like a 20-hour and 22-minute marathon of all 9 films. But that's only in select theaters, so just something to keep an eye out for. Well, I was thinking next we could maybe give HouseDog just a few minutes to kind of catch up on some of the stuff he's missed while he's gone. Ahsoka and Bad Batch are the 2 big things. Tak, you okay with that?
Yeah, dude, absolutely.
Yeah, let's start with Ahsoka. What did you think of that series?
It was good. There were things that I wish there was more of. You and I already talked about it.
Yeah.
I wanted more world between worlds. That's like one of my favorite parts of Rebels. Whenever Ezra goes into that in the end season, and there just wasn't enough world between worlds for me.
Yeah.
I thought there was going to be way more Anakin. I think those are my 2 biggest things.
Yeah.
That, and I would have liked to have seen more of Sabine's early training and what happened there. I really liked that they brought Hu Yang back.
Yeah, for sure.
I thought that was cool. What else? Oh, you and I talked about it. But the fact that Hu Yang told the Star Wars story and used the actual lines, which... We talked about it, and you know, I guess like the common, what's the
theory?
Word? Yeah, the common theory is that at the beginning of Star Wars, whenever it says a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, is the idea of Star Wars is that it's C-3PO and R2-D2 recounting all of the adventures, that they're the narrators of the story. And I thought it was interesting that they gave that line to Hu Yang in this, because I mean, you can take it a lot of different ways. That, you know, it's Hu Yang who's like taught all these Padawans and everything since like the dawn of
the Jedi,
however long it's been. And, you know, it kind of gives it a chance to be ushered in for this new era of fans that know Hu Yang and have grown up with Hu Yang now. Because, I mean, Clone Wars has been out long enough. The kids that were watching Clone Wars are now adults.
Right.
Which is crazy to think about. But yeah, I thought that was cool. It was a little bit slow, in my opinion. It seemed like a lot happened in the last couple episodes.
Yeah, felt like a lot of setup.
Yeah, a lot of setup for either season 2 or the movie that we're eventually going to get. And that's fine with me. It's just, I don't know. Compared to the other shows, which, I mean, you can't really compare them because they're all different subject matter and everything. But I felt like with this specific show, it was lacking a lot of like main plot points. Like it was just kind of like, here's Ahsoka, here's Sabine. We're going to go find Ezra. Here are these 2, well, one former Jedi and the apprentice that he eventually found and raised. Here's Thrawn again. Mm-hmm. And, oh, we're bringing the Night Sisters back, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So it was. I'm not knocking on it. It was a great show. I enjoyed it. I binge watched all of it. But I don't know. It felt like it was. I felt like compared to everything else, it doesn't stand on its own very well. Because I mean, like Obi-Wan, easily one of the best shows they put out. And I don't need another season of Obi-Wan. I'd love another season of Obi-Wan, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But once it ended, I was like, okay, this is it. It stands on its own. I can rewatch Obi-Wan as just Obi-Wan and accept that that's all I'll ever get.
Yeah, felt more like a complete story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, we knew we were only ever going to get one season of it, so it had to be that way.
Right.
And I guess Ahsoka just wasn't built that way.
Yeah, it's built for more, and I think, there was a lot of catch up too for people that didn't watch Rebels. So, Tuck, correct me if I'm wrong, but Ahsoka won our 2023 tournament, right, for you and me?
Yes. Yeah, it did.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I just wanted to double check. And I definitely still feel very strongly that it deserved its spot at number 1. But, Mac, I was just curious if you had been able to, vote on your favorite Star Wars project of 2023, what do you think it would have been?
What all came out in 2023?
Mandalorian Season 3,
Okay.
Bad Batch Season 2, Ahsoka, Jedi Survivors, Visions Season 2, and I believe that's it, right, Tuck?
I think that's it. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason, in my mind, I was thinking that maybe that there was another one, but...
Because I think, if I'm remembering correctly, our bracket was Mandalorian Season 3 versus Bad Batch Season 2, which Bad Batch won.
Wow.
Right, yeah, it was total left field. We weren't expecting it, but it happened. And then it was Survivor versus Visions, and Survivor won. Survivor versus Bad Batch, Survivor won, right? Or was it Bad Batch?
No, I think Survivor won. Pretty sure.
Either way, we both felt very strongly that Ahsoka deserved its place in the finals, so we just kind of sent it straight there. But yeah, what do you think?
For me, it'd have to be either Mando or probably Ahsoka. I mean,
Yeah.
just not but I mean, when you think about the other years, I mean, since all this other Star Wars content has come out, 2023 was a big year.
Yeah,
That's really a lot of releases across all different forms of media. Season 3 of Mando was really good, but I don't know. I think I would take it over Ahsoka, maybe.
Yeah.
But I could also give a couple of episodes of Ahsoka over Mando Season 3.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
Actually, the only reason that Mando didn't win the first round was just because basically whenever we were talking about it, it was just that you would have to watch another show to completely know what's going on.
Yeah.
And so we were like, well, that does kind of dock points. But that was really pretty much it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Bad Batch is going to be a little bit lower on the totem pole for me. And I haven't even played Survivor yet, so...
Yeah, that's fair, which... talking about Bad Batch, we binge watched the first 4 episodes today.
Yes, we did.
What do you think about the first 4 episodes?
So far, it's great, man. If we didn't have to get off and record, I would probably still be watching it.
Yep.
There's a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which, Tucker, are you still, we both kind of joked about not being able to wait till we recorded again and would have to binge. Were you able to control yourself, or are you caught up?
I've controlled myself so far. Now,
I'm so proud of you.
Now this weekend, I'm going to have some time on my hands, so I have a pretty strong feeling that I'll probably give in. But
yes,
haven't yet.
Give in to your dark side.
Yeah, that's kind of like a Ahsoka. Well, I've been here at my parents'. We watched like the first 3 episodes together, and then the next day I watched the remaining 5.
Nice.
Yep.
And I was like, I might as well just finish the whole show.
Yeah.
You're back on the Star Wars crack pipe, man.
Dude, I took a big old hit and didn't even slow down.
For sure.
I was just mainlining Star Wars into my veins.
This is the way.
It's a beautiful thing.
Well, so something we've been talking about on the last couple episodes is obviously they've been referring to M count a lot. Mac, do you have a theory on what they're trying to do with the M count?
Of course. I mean, it's all, and I mean, it's the same thing with Ahsoka. You and I have talked about this a lot just here in the past day. Everything is trying to piece together what the sequels did. So we all have to get to this place where Palpatine's return somehow makes sense.
Right.
Which we've been doing that since Bad Batch season 1 with all the cloning stuff, and we're seeing all of that come together finally. I need to get in that vault real bad.
Yeah.
Obviously, M count is referring to the midichlorian count. They mentioned Project Necromancer in the show, which was referenced in
Mandalorian season 3.
Mandalorian. With Ahsoka, Thrawn's return. He is the heir to the Empire, but he's got to have a hand in bringing the Emperor back because Thrawn was out. Thrawn wasn't even in the unknown regions. He was in a separate galaxy.
Totally different galaxy.
Different galaxy, which, we know that the Emperor comes back from the unknown regions. Why? But, the other piece of the puzzle is what was in those crates. Why are they going back to Dathomir? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I got off there pretty fast. I just derailed the train.
No, that's okay.
But yeah, with Bad Batch, it's obviously building towards bringing the Emperor back. He popped up in this last episode to check on the project. I want to know why Omega's blood is so important and why she's
why she has such a high M count.
Or why her blood is able to be mixed with whoever they're using for sampling. And we kind of saw that in, obviously, this, whenever you think about it, this project that they're doing behind closed doors, all the cloning research and everything, stretches on for a great deal of time.
Yeah.
Because, we think about, Bad Batch picks up right as Order 66 happens.
Right.
And continues on for what we can only assume is a year or two or something like that, right? And then whenever you go to the Kenobi series and he goes to the Inquisitor Palace and they've got all those Jedi frozen in the orange goo.
Oh, yeah.
So, that obviously that never got explained, I don't think.
Not yet, at least.
Not anything that we've seen. That's got to deal with the Emperor coming back somehow. So, this obviously spans on for years because for forever, to our knowledge, all the Jedi died during Order 66. But obviously some of them were captured.
Right.
And
some
frozen.
Escaped.
Yeah, some escaped and were frozen in this cryostasis. And why were they at the Inquisitor Palace? Something's got to happen to Mount Tantus eventually.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how the Bad Batch dies.
Maybe that's how the Bad Batch dies.
They blow up Mount Tantus. Who knows? But yeah, everything's coming together. It's like that that meme from, I think it's Sunny in Philadelphia, where it's one of the characters, and he's got the cork board with all the strings everywhere, and he's
yeah.
It all makes sense. That's basically what we're doing as Star Wars fans right now, in my opinion, is we know the picture in the middle is the one scene from the last movie where all the rebels are together on that planet and they're like, somehow the Emperor came back.
Yep.
That's our main photo in the middle of the corkboard, right? And then we just have all these red strings going to Bad Batch, Mando, Ahsoka.
Yep.
And somehow all the strings come back to this one place.
Yeah.
And now we've got Thrawn in there, which, who knows? Thrawn's return could be a total misdirection, and, now we're going to see some more EU stuff. Probably not the Yuuzhan Vong, but maybe we'll see more of the Chiss.
Yeah.
And them.
And I believe, Tuck, do you remember what their enemies are called? It's like Gix or Grix or something.
Oh, the
Grisk.
That sounds
Grisk.
right.
The
That
Grisk.
sounds right. Yeah.
Thank you. Mac and I were talking about that earlier today, and we just couldn't remember what they were called.
Yeah.
The Grisk.
Yep.
Okay, so I found out a little interesting lore tidbit. Tuck, you and I have been talking about the TK Troopers a little bit, and it turns out that the armor that they use is actually a prototype for the Phase 3 clone armor.
That's interesting. Because, wait, so the clones, whenever they were clones, did they get up to phase 3? Or was it only phase 2?
Only phase 2.
Oh,
Phase 2 is the last armor we saw.
Yeah, so,
okay.
we're just talking about the, the kind of the in-between right now, and I mean, that makes sense. If they had all this prototype armor ready, why not use it?
Yeah. Well, and in order to get the contract, you already would produce thousands and thousands of pieces of armor, so I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. And I do like the armor. I feel like it visually kind of does fit that whole, like, in-between between the clone and the normal Stormtrooper armor.
I mean, it kind of makes you wonder, you and I talked about this too, like, since we were watching Bad Batch, I was like, whatever happens with the Zillo Beast?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the Emperor wanted the Zillo Beast because of its armor capabilities. And then you think to one of the new Thrawn books where he and Anakin meet up. I believe it's the second one. And the entire book is just a flashback and a return to present between Thrawn and Anakin and Thrawn and Vader. And moral of the story is they wind up on this planet together. Anakin finds this factory where they're mass producing armor that's lightsaber resistant from cortosis. I believe that's the material that it's called.
Gotcha.
Which is like this fiber that is super lightsaber resistant, and they blow up the factory. And
That's
of course,
fair.
you realize that it's one of the Emperor's plans. It was being run by the CIS and everything, and which I guess makes sense now, because if the factory got blown up, that's why he was so excited about the Zillo Beast.
Right.
It's all coming together.
It's all coming together. Well, Tuck, I wanted to ask you, we've been for the podcast, we've been really, like, just focused, Ahsoka, Mandalorian, Bad Batch. Have you been consuming any other Star Wars content?
Honestly, no.
That's fair.
I've been, keeping up with the podcast, obviously, and that's been kind of consumed what my Star Wars intake is for the week.
Yeah,
every week.
For sure.
Pretty much. It's one of those things where, like, I love Star Wars, and it'll always be one of my favorite hobbies, but I think it's just one of those things where whenever your hobby becomes something that, like, a project you're working on and it becomes work, then, I sometimes take a break from Star Wars here and there.
Yeah.
But still love it. Still love it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good, I thought this was the part where you announce your retirement.
No. I'm going nowhere. I just, just on like a Monday night or something, I don't always feel like watching 3 episodes of Bad Batch is all.
Yeah.
is all I'm saying.
For sure.
Yeah.
Surprise, everyone. I returned from my 8.5-month hiatus just for Tucker to retire.
Dude, that'd be a bombshell. This would be a crazy episode.
Well, it's happening, so I hope you're ready. All right, thank you everyone for listening. This was a great time.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you, wonderful fans, for this whole time. And I'll see you never.
You never. For sure.
Thank God, we've been trying to get him off this thing since we got him on it.
Well, boys,
Yep.
I'm proud of you. That was pretty much all the ideas that I had. We were, stayed really on track. Is there anything else you guys really want to talk about?
Great, now we can talk about nonsense for 30 minutes.
Oh, boy.
This is the
Here we go.
No, Tuck, so, my mom is our biggest fan of the show.
Oh, yeah.
And wait, I just need to clarify. Like, some of you might be thinking, oh, she casually listens. They're just saying that. No, she 100% is our biggest fan. No doubt.
If we had merchandise, she would wear it every day.
For sure. And we love that and we appreciate it.
Yeah. Also, she's never missed an episode, has she? I don't think.
No,
No?
she's never missed an episode.
And she's been re-listening to old episodes too, so...
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
No, but so Elijah came to visit me while I was out here at my parents', and we were talking at dinner, and my mom was like, she was talking about how before I left, there were a couple episodes where it'd just be you and I, Tuck.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, she could really notice whenever Elijah wasn't around, because you and I would start on a topic for an episode, and we would talk about it for about 15 minutes, and then the rest of the episode would just be things from Clone Wars or
just
Rebels.
Divulge. It's beautiful.
Or anything else besides the topic that we told Elijah that we were gonna do.
But hey, we would turn the ship around. We would get it at the end.
Would.
It would just take us an hour and a half to get there. That's all.
On you and I's journey of Star Wars, there really is no point A to point B. We start off somewhere, and eventually we get to right back to the same place. We just get a little, we take a couple turns.
Oh yeah, well it's even like whenever we were kids and we would spend like 5 hours on Wikipedia figuring stuff out and talking about stuff. We would go to like Google one thing, and then before you know it, we're talking about how long Zabraks live and stuff like that. That's just who we are,
average horn
man.
span, things of that nature.
Yep. Yeah, we just we're both a little ADD. But that's okay.
We're just a couple of special boys.
We are. We're real sweet though. That's what
We're
matters.
nice. My mom says she likes me.
Yep.
I don't know. We just haven't talked about Star Wars in so long. I don't even know what to talk to you guys about.
Yeah, I know. It's almost overwhelming. It's like there's so much to talk about that's happened.
Right?
There is. I mean, I feel so behind. You guys have covered like everything.
We've tried.
So I guess we can go back to the Star Wars Holiday Special. If you haven't seen it, it's a classic.
It is a classic. It's also, honestly, it's just good old-fashioned family fun. If you like classic cinema, you'll love the Holiday Special.
Yeah.
Tuck,
I'm just
I
kidding.
Just need to warn you. Mac has brought up multiple times since I got here that we're gonna have to do another watch this year of the Holiday Special.
Dude, I'm okay with that, honestly.
Oh, good. Okay,
I'm fine with torturing myself.
I was a little worried to burst that bubble.
Yeah, see, I think this year we gotta go all out. We gotta figure out a way to. I think we should live record it. All be on a call together, and we'll all just narrate the story in our favorite parts as we watch along together. And there will be no 2 times speed, Elijah.
Listen, if you guys get a drink, I get to watch it on 2 times speed. We already talked about it. This is fair.
Well, I guess you have to start drinking now. You have to give away all your morals and values in order to support us.
And actually, you know what? On a second time around, we might get him to drink. We may drive him that far.
That might be what causes me to start my alcoholic era.
Well, as long as you can make it to the cartoon part of the show, you're almost done.
Almost there, yeah.
Yep. And then you just got a few weird, awkward songs, and then you're probably okay.
Yep.
Yeah, see, I think we should look up the lyrics to all the songs as we rewatch. We'll
and
all
sing along.
We'll all do a sing-along. We'll all pick a character to be, and we'll just have that.
Oh,
I call dibs on Ichi.
I
call dibs.
Like Discord.
Ichi doesn't sing. What are you talking about?
You know
Yeah,
what
that was
Ichi
my point.
gets. You know what Ichi gets.
I think you just want to be itchy because you're sick.
Maybe a little bit of that.
Oh, but yeah, I think this is a year to do a full holiday special watch through together.
Yeah,
I'm
I'd
down.
be down.
100%
We gotta
down.
bring your wives as well. If we have to suffer, they have to suffer.
Everyone has to suffer.
And so Nicole will watch it, but she won't talk on the podcast. She could just give me her notes. Maybe I could read them.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it'll be a spectacle for everyone.
Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah. Well, hey, how are you guys feeling about instead of getting Mandalorian season 4, we're getting a movie?
Ooh, Elijah did bring this up.
Mm-hmm. What was your thoughts, or were you wanting to hear mine?
I mean, I don't know, man. We've had TV shows for years now, and I'm kind of in the rhythm of a weekly Star Wars. We have Star Wars season now,
Yeah.
which is like March or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's February, late February, early March is like Star Wars season now. It's kind of what I've gotten used to. And I haven't missed movies. I just haven't. the market is so flooded with bad movies.
Yep.
Especially like sci-fi movies in general. Like what's the last good sci-fi movie you guys watched?
Dune Part 2. It was amazing.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
that's the last one I can think of that actually did well. Is either Dune. That's probably it.
For sure. Sci-fi's been struggling a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. Like I don't really want a movie that bad, because also I feel like it's only going to be, 2.5 hours, and it's just they're gonna start it and end it. And I like a show. A show's just more exciting to me at this point in my life.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. It's probably going to be good, but I think just because we got 3 seasons, it's giving me like straight to VHS quality vibes, which I know that's not what it's going to be, but I'm just a little nervous.
Yeah. I think everyone is, but I mean, the right people are going to be in charge of it.
For sure.
And so I know we don't have to worry there. But I don't know. I guess we're all in the same mindset, is that, Star Wars has just become your weekly cereal.
Yeah.
Of like an old cartoon, which was one of, the inspirations for it. And it's been nice to have that return, for sure. I don't know with, like, do you guys even go to the movie theater anymore?
Sometimes.
Not really.
Yeah.
I gotta really want to watch it. Really bad. Yep.
And even then, just these days, I'm like, I'll just wait for it to come out at home and watch it at home. Even if I gotta like spend $10 to rent it for one day.
Yeah.
Well, it's cheaper than spending $30 to go to the theater.
Yeah.
It's a third the cost.
I'm just not a big movie theater guy anymore. I mean, if the re-releases come out at a theater near me, I might go do that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Star Wars on the big screen is a big deal. It is a completely different vibe. It's how it was meant to be watched. I mean, George Lucas made all the movie theaters in America change to his system because he wanted, one, he was a great businessman.
Yeah.
And two, because he had completely changed cinema.
Right.
As far as sound quality and the way an audience experiences a film.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, whenever you do see Star Wars on the big screen, you can tell the difference. Because, I mean, whenever Episode 1 got re-released back when we were in high school, I went and saw it, and it was great. It was a awesome experience. Glad I did it. But I don't really like movie theaters anymore. I think the last movie I saw in a movie theater was John Wick 4. Yeah. And the only reason I went to go see John Wick because there's like zero talking in John Wick. You guys have been friends with me for years. You know I love my subtitles. So I'm like Velma and Scooby-Doo, man. The subtitles are my glasses, and if they're not on the screen, then I can't see.
Yep. Yeah, I definitely I still enjoy going to see movies, but it's in theaters. I think it's part of just the experience. It's almost for me it's more of a social thing, like going to hang out with friends, and then obviously seeing the movie, but then getting to talk with people after. Like, I definitely still enjoy the experience, but it's not something that I do very often anymore.
Yeah, the other part of it is I feel like nobody has like movie theater etiquette anymore. Like, do you remember what it was like to have like your parents like take you to go see a film? Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, we didn't have phones back then. I mean, phones were a thing, but none of us grew up with a cell phone, right? Necessarily until we were like in high school.
Yeah.
So I mean, there weren't phones. You didn't a movie theater was special. It was like almost like going to a library. You know what I mean? Like, you went there for a purpose, and you were respectful of everyone else there, and you were there to watch a film, and it was a big deal. And I just feel like that doesn't exist for today's generation. It's just something to do. Yeah. And so, like, that's one of the other reasons I hate going to movie theaters is I hate everyone else in the movie theater with me.
You just got to start renting out whole theaters for yourself.
I think that might be the move.
It's not. I mean, it's expensive, but it's not like crazy. This all being said, not a doubt, 100% I will be in that theater day one to see the Mandalorian movie, Dave Filoni's movie, the Daisy Ridley movie if it actually comes out, the Dawn of the Jedi movie. Like, I will be there 100%.
Yeah, I'll be there too. I mean, you know, hopefully with one of you guys, but likely not. But we'll text about it no matter what.
We'll just we'll FaceTime each other while in the theater.
Oh, that's not illegal. Yeah, sure.
I'm just FaceTiming. I'm not recording.
As long as the camera isn't facing towards the theater, you're fine.
Yeah, I mean, what's the big deal?
Yeah, I don't...
Exactly.
Mac and I...
For legal reasons, we're kidding, FBI. What?
We haven't missed a Star Wars, like going to see a Star Wars movie together since, I think, Solo.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen all of the new ones except for Solo. And then, Tuck, you and I went and saw Solo with your brother.
Did it come out when we were in, like, college?
While we were in college, yeah. And it worked out that you and I were both home at the same time.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I didn't quite remember that, but yeah.
So I haven't watched a single Star Wars movie without you boys.
No. We've managed to stick it together, man.
We'll have to try.
Well,
Outlaws?
Outlaws? We can talk
should
about
be
Outlaws.
coming soon.
Yep.
I think I don't know. I still haven't played Jedi Survivor. I don't know if I will. Not because I don't want to, but I don't know. After not playing video games for like 9 months, I don't have the itch anymore, really.
It'll come back.
To sink my time into
it'll
a
itch
game.
back in.
But I feel like if Outlaws comes out, I feel like I'm worried.
That could be the one.
I'm worried that it could be another Skyrim situation. You and I were talking about this. I still haven't picked up Skyrim since high school because I just sunk way too many hours into that game. It took over my life.
Yeah.
And I feel like Outlaws might be that game again. And if it is, great.
Hey,
it looks promising.
Which, T-Nell, talking about survivors, have you played any more?
No, I haven't. You got to call me out every podcast, huh?
Wait, so we're still where we were at 9 months ago, where I had not played the game yet. Tuck had played about half, and you're the only one that's finished it.
It's so good, you guys. You won't regret it, I promise.
Well, no, it's not that I regret it. I mean, in all honesty, I've been playing a crap ton of Helldivers, and so I just haven't. I just hadn't thought about it. Yeah. Yep.
Which
that's what happened to me.
I'm so glad you brought up Helldivers because this is something I've been thinking about. We talk about this on the podcast all the time, but Helldivers has been out for a month at the time of us recording this, and there's this whole galactic civil war going on, and there's an active kill count on enemy kills and Helldiver kills, and I think we're up to like 200 million Helldivers deaths. Which that feels like a galactic conflict, again, compared to the whole 200,000 units, a million more on the way line from episode 2. Like, I feel even stronger now that units means a squad or, however many more compared to just a single clone.
Yeah, I agree. And honestly, I think units is even way bigger than a squad.
Yeah.
Just because I would think that units in this case, I mean, after playing that game, and then also too, just the way I think about it, I mean, these planets are billions of people, man. Like, there's I just don't think that there's any way that 200,000 clones can protect an entire I just don't think that's possible.
They couldn't. They were so stretched out. That was one of the problems.
Well, I know, but they would even still be stretched out if it was 200,000
versus 200 million.
Like regiments, they would still be spread out. Because that's only like 4 million troops.
Right.
And they have to fight against millions and millions and millions of battle droids, and then also protect billions and billions and billions of life forms. I mean, I think it's gotta be, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
that all being said, Helldivers is one of the most amazing games that have come out, I think,
ever.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that game is freaking sweet.
Yeah.
Listeners, if you haven't had a chance to try it, you totally should. Like, This is one of those like there are very few games that I would actually say this about, but this is one of those games that like I would say it is worth buying a PlayStation or it's worth getting a gaming PC to play this game.
Yeah, honestly, I agree with that. It's sick, but also I don't want to do a whole commercial for Helldivers, but it is a great time.
Helldivers, why don't you pay us, huh? Why don't you give us some sponsorship money, huh?
Give us
we
some
know you're
money.
doing well. We know you're doing well.
Give us some money so we can make merch for my mom.
Yes, please.
She needs an Animal Squadron t-shirt, hoodie, sweatpants, tracksuit, the whole thing.
It reminds me of that part in Spaceballs where it's like, Spaceballs, the flamethrower. Animal Squadron, the flamethrower. Make it happen.
Well, I mean, since we're talking about games, one thing that's happened recently that I have played is the Battlefront Classic Edition, otherwise known as a quick money grab.
Also known as hot doo-doo garbage.
It is. I'm hoping they fix it, man. Tuck and I tried to play it the other night, and we couldn't. I could get in an online match. People were sweaty. So sweaty. Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous. I mean, I got some kills. I did pretty good. But I guess it's just years of, playing Galactic Conquest and running maps by myself or with you guys that, I just felt like the top dog and no one could ever beat me in Battlefront. But,
Just
dude,
a
there's some
humble
sweaty,
brag,
There's some sweaty guys out there, all right? That game is dangerous. Yeah, I got humbled real quick. No, if they would fix that game, it would be so much fun.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, Tuck and I couldn't even get in a match together. We couldn't figure out how to do it.
Yeah, they need crossplay. They need more servers. Honestly, right now, like, I think it would be worth buying to like play local co-op with your friends, or to play Galactic Conquest or whatever. But at the same time, why would you do that when you could just buy the original for cheaper?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you and I talked about it. Why not just turn the servers back on?
Right.
If they were
the original game,
they already existed. Why not just turn them back on? I mean, I know it doesn't work like that, but there's got to be a simpler route to this. Because, I think Tuck and I's problem was that you were playing on a Steam version, right?
Well, it's that it's not cross-platform. So I was playing on PC and you were on Xbox.
Yeah,
right?
I was on Xbox. So, Elijah and I can play together.
Depending on where I buy it. I haven't decided yet.
Mm-hmm. Well, and honestly, so for me, I definitely agree with everything you guys are saying. But the only one of the main positives as far as why I bought it was honestly just because they made it way more controller compatible for PC.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And so that's actually, that was worth $30 to me personally.
Yeah. Well, good.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, Tuck, have you had a chance to play Kit Fisto or Asajj yet?
I did on Xbox whenever they first came out, before this came, whenever they did that update to Battlefront 2. And I definitely like Kit Fisto. He actually has a kind of interesting force power where he throws like these force balls at things.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it's kind of interesting. But he's a pretty good Jedi in that game. I'd say so.
I mean, Asajj Ventress has ninja stars.
What?
Yeah.
What a twist. I love that.
Yeah, nowhere in even the old stuff have I ever seen Asajj Ventress throw a ninja star, but she does in the Battlefront games.
Now I need to read through every novel that has her in it to see
where these ninja stars came
from. For sure. Well, I'm guessing it's probably just something the devs added to try and, make her feel different than other lightsaber wielders, which I appreciate.
Well, I mean, she was also just a Sith assassin at that point.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe too, they were trying to balance her out also with Kit Fisto's abilities, and so since he throws stuff, maybe they're like, well, she should throw stuff too.
Yeah,
or something.
For sure,
I don't know.
For sure. Yeah.
We definitely need that game to get fixed though, because I mean, what's better than playing some Battlefront 2 with the boys?
Right?
Oh, I agree, dude. I would if they do cross platform and then they fix the servers, seriously, I would be ready to play anytime, anywhere.
Yeah.
If I was able to, I would leave work early to play with you guys.
Oh yeah, this is the way.
Yep.
All right.
If you guys really wanted to lose that bad, I would be fine with playing with you.
You, me, Josh,
Well,
me, Mac.
Oh yeah, I like it. Also,
If it takes 3 of you, it takes 3 of you.
Also, Mac, they're coming out with episode 3 again.
I'm not playing that with you.
I'll fight you, Tuck.
I'm just kidding. They aren't actually coming out with it.
I hate you.
I wish, audience, I wish you could see my camera right now. My jaw dropped. The disappointment in my heart.
I will never play that game with you again.
I know you won't.
I'll play Tuck.
That's why you're fun to tease about it.
I'll find a combo that beats your combo.
Well, then I'll just look up another one.
We'll see.
Yep.
All right, boys, this has been fun. Do we have any other final thoughts before we go?
No, welcome back, Mac. We're so glad to have
Welcome
you.
back. Yeah, welcome back. Sorry, buddy. Thanks, Tuck. I wasn't even
You know what,
thinking about-
guys? It's only been 8.5 months, but I feel like I never left. Thanks. Really made me feel like I'm at home here.
Oh, well, thank you guys so much for listening. We really do appreciate it. If you want to be a part of this conversation, you can email us at animalsquadron@gmail.com. Again, that is animalsquadron@gmail.com. And we actually have access to the email again, so we can see them.
Wait, hold on. How long have you not had access to the email? Because you just told me about this today.
Wait, how long were you gone again?
Yeah, right?
Most of the time you were gone. Yep.
All right, great. So, if we have some questions and they just never got answered, it's because Tucker and Elijah hate you.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know. We usually have a Spotify question. I don't think I'll do a question to this week just because we were kind of all over the place.
Spotify question of the week. Who do you think the best Battlefront 2 player is?
Yeah. Okay. I'll do a poll.
Me?
You guys can vote.
Elijah, Tuck, or Yario Poof?
Yes, I will make sure to add Yario Poof on there. And also, if you guys are listening anywhere where you could leave us a review, we'd really appreciate it. For the Animal Squadron, this has been Mother Goose.
The one and only HouseDog, back again.
And Lowtech Tuck.
Goodbye, everybody!
Goodbye.
Adios.